I've lived in the same house for 8 years. It's a normal family-sized home, perfect back when I had roommates. But once they moved out, it was just me. Suddenly, the place felt too big. It's a 4-bedroom house, but I only used 2 of the rooms, one for sleeping, one for gaming. The other 2 were way down the hallway upstairs. One held some storage boxes, and the other was totally empty. One night, I got off work at 9 p.m. and grabbed some Wendy's on the way home. I had the next day off, so I headed straight to my game room for an all-night session. I put on my headset and launched Call of Duty. But before the first match even loaded, I thought I heard a knock at the front door. I paused, took my headphones off, and listened, but nothing. If someone was really there, they'd knock again, right? 2 hours passed. Then I heard another sound, like a door closing. I opened my room door and waited. Silence. I checked the front door. No one. But just to be safe, I locked it. Back to gaming, with the door open this time. 20 minutes later, someone rushed past my open door. I froze. When I finally searched the house, it was empty. Except the front door was unlocked again. Police later found signs someone had been secretly living in one of the empty rooms for weeks. Right next to me. That still gives me chills. This happened just over a year ago. I'm 24 and live alone in a townhouse out in the suburbs. Life gets boring when you're by yourself, so I usually invite friends over whenever I can. A few of them come by a couple of times a week. Sometimes they even crash here to get away from their parents. That night, though, I didn't have any plans. My friend Sarah was coming over the next day for a movie night, so I just wanted to get through the evening. I ended up going to bed early, around 9:15 p.m. In the middle of the night, I woke up. I looked at the clock, 2 a.m. My heart was pounding, and I had this weird feeling like something wasn't right. At first, I thought maybe I had a nightmare, but then I heard a soft clicking noise downstairs. A door creaked open, followed by footsteps. I told myself it had to be Sarah or one of my other friends. They all had keys. I called out, "Sarah?" No answer. Then a light flicked on. The TV turned on too, and for a second I felt relieved. I live in a rented house with my friend Derek. He's a big party guy and is usually out late or stays over at other people's places, so I end up being alone in the house a lot. One night he was out at the club and I decided to chill by myself. I grabbed a couple of cans of beer and sat on the swinging bench on our front porch. It was close to midnight and the neighborhood was super quiet. After about 45 minutes, I noticed someone walking down the street. It was a tall guy wearing a hoodie, but something about him felt weird. He moved stiffly, like only his legs were working while the top half of his body didn't move at all. When he got to the part of the road in front of my house, he stopped, just stared at me. I waited, thinking he'd say something. He didn't. I said, "Hey, buddy, you need something?" But he didn't answer. Then he started walking, right up my driveway. I stood up and told him to leave, but he kept coming. I rushed inside and locked the door. Through the peephole, I saw him standing there. Then he pulled something from under his hoodie, maybe a hammer or crowbar. I ran upstairs, locked the bedroom door, and called 911. Moments later, the police showed up. That man had been waiting outside my door, ready.